Field here in Seattle, Washington.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Forced out to his left. Shakes off the sack.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They'll score that a 36-yard. Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Well, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Off play action. Vaughn rolling to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Second down at 4.
Off the play fake. Vaughn nowhere to go here. He lost the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Off play action. Vaughn. And he finds Howard complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
McCann's kick up and good.
And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Keeps himself upright. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give here to Pollard. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's our time. It's our time.
Here's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Chris Nagar now for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And finally out of bounds, just inside the 10. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. Looking to throw. Vaughn. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. O.J. Howard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again, Wilson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Vaughn, flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw. Vaughn escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw. Vaughn. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. McCann's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
The more football I watch, the more I want to see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
On 1st down, Pollard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Zach Ertz, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw. Vaughn looking for Campbell downfield. And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
McCann's got it teed up. Taken in at the 3. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on second and...
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man is Hill.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And going deep for Hill.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety: range and decision making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands too.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down, Vaughn. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Vaughn. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
McCann now for the extra point.
And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Steelers 33, Seahawks 14.
McCann's got it teed up. Takes it at the 7. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, But I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And able to work his way down to the 16.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So,
touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
The dangerous Hill now to return.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's complete left side to Bateman.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Wilson. That one complete to Hill. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They're in control here as they start first and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. On 1st and 10, Vaughn. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more.
McCann's got it teed up. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the... '27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Anthony Schwartz
with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
McCann's got it teed up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now Foles. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Foles. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Here's Foles.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Off the play fake. Vaughn. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one looks like he'll throw here. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
McCann for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
McCann's got it teed up.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off down at the 2. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win